In life, we are often told to be kind, helpful, and cooperative. Saying yes makes us look humble, but have you ever thought that always saying yes can slowly destroy your peace, your worth, and even your happiness? Sometimes, the biggest mistake we make is forgetting how to say no. Let's see what today's story teaches us about that. Once upon a time, there was a man named Arif. He worked in a small company and was known by everyone as the yes man. Whenever someone needed help, Arif was the first to say, "Don't worry, I'll handle it." If someone's work piled up, he stayed late to finish it. If his boss needed a task done urgently, Arif said yes even if he had already promised his family he'd come home early. If his colleagues wanted him to switch shifts, he said yes even when he was tired. People admired him at first. "Arif is so kind," they would say. But slowly, things began to change. Because Arif never said no, people started expecting yes automatically. They stopped asking for favors, they just assumed he'd do it. The extra tasks kept increasing, and the appreciation slowly disappeared. One evening, Arif returned home exhausted. His little daughter ran to him with a drawing in her hand and said, "Papa, you promised to come to my school show today." Arif froze. He had completely forgotten. Her smile faded as she quietly walked away. That night, he sat alone in the dark and whispered, "I do everything for everyone, but no one seems to notice. Am I doing something wrong?" A few days later, the company's manager called Arif to his office. "Arif," he said, "you've been doing extra work for months. That's great, but I've noticed your performance in your own projects has dropped." Arif looked confused. "Sir, I was helping others finish their work." The manager sighed. "I appreciate that, but your main responsibility is your own department. We can't afford mistakes there." Arif left the office heartbroken. For years, he had sacrificed everything to keep everyone happy, and now he was being blamed. That evening, he went to visit his old mentor, a retired teacher named Khalid. Khalid saw the worry on Arif's face and asked, "What happened, my son?" Arif poured his heart out. "I've spent my life saying yes to everyone. I thought helping others would make me valuable. But today I realized, no one values me at all." The old man smiled gently. "Then it's time you learn the power of no." Khalid said, "My dear Arif, kindness is beautiful, but only when it has balance. A tree gives shade, but if it bends for everyone, it will break. Saying yes to everyone doesn't make you kind. It makes you invisible." Arif looked down. "But what if they think I've become selfish?" The mentor replied, "People who truly respect you will understand your limits. Those who only need you for favors will leave, and that's a blessing, not a loss. Learn to value your time, your energy, your peace. Because once you lose those, you lose everything." Arif returned to work the next day with a quiet strength. When someone asked him to take over their duty, he smiled politely and said, "I'm sorry, I can't this time." They were surprised, but slowly, they began to handle their own work. Arif's own projects improved, and even his boss began to notice the change. Weeks later, Arif came home early for the first time in months. His daughter ran to him again, this time smiling, and he kept his promise. Moral: in life, saying yes all the time might win temporary praise, but saying no with wisdom earns lifelong respect. Remember, people will value you only as much as you value yourself. Be kind, but learn your limits. Even light needs rest to shine again.